My child, you've been holding so tightly to outcomes, to timing, to people, to fears dressed up as plans. You whisper in your prayers, God, please work. But then you carry the weight as if everything depends on you. And I see it, the exhaustion behind your smile, the sleepless nights, the constant overthinking. But listen to me now. You were never meant to carry what I already claimed. You are not the one who makes it all happen. I am. Let go. Let go of needing to know how it will unfold. Let go of needing it to happen your way. Let go of the timeline you created to feel in control. Let go and let me work. You see delay. I see preparation. You see silence. I see foundation. You see closed doors. I see redirection towards something better. Letting go does not mean giving up. It means giving in to trust. It means saying, God, I believe you even when I don't see. You don't have to figure it all out. You only have to release it into my hands. I know what I'm doing. I know what's best. And I know how to turn ashes into beauty and confusion into peace. You're tired because you've tried to be the savior. But child, you already have won. And it's me. So breathe. Open your hands. Whisper, God, I surrender this. And watch what I can do when you step back and let me move. My beloved child, I see your hesitation, that quiet fear deep inside. If I let go, what if I lose everything? You've equated surrender with loss. You believe the lie that holding tighter keeps you safe. You've learned to grip control, because somewhere along the way, life taught you that if you don't do it, no one will. But child, hear me now, letting go in my presence is not the end of the story. It is the beginning of miracles. Letting go does not mean you will lose. It means you are finally making room for me to move freely, for me to reorder things in a way that brings life, not just survival. You are not releasing things into emptiness. You are releasing them into my hands, the same hands that shape the universe, the same hands that calm the sea, the same hands that were pierced for your salvation. I do not waste what you place into my care. I redeem it. I restore it. I make it more beautiful than you ever imagined. Yes, letting go will stretch your faith. It may feel uncomfortable, but trust me, peace does not come from control. It comes from surrender. Let me untangle what you've tried so long to fix. Let me fight battles you were never meant to fight alone. Let me write the ending while you rest in the safety of being fully known and fully loved. You haven't lost anything when you let go. You've simply made space. For me, my child, I know the waiting wears on you. You've prayed, you've trusted, and you've waited, and sometimes all you hear is silence. You've asked me, are you still working? Have you forgotten? Do you see how long it's been? And I want to whisper this into your waiting heart. Yes, I am working, especially when you can't see it. You don't need to see the soil move to believe that roots are growing. You don't need to feel the wind change to trust that the storm is passing. You don't need to hear the outcome to know that I'm already there, making a way. Waiting doesn't mean nothing is happening. It means everything is being arranged according to perfect timing. I'm not slow. I'm strategic. Every moment I wait to act is a moment I'm preparing you, shaping others, aligning pieces you don't even know exist. You want quick. I want lasting. You want answers. I want transformation. You want relief. I want resurrection. I know how hard it is to be still when your heart longs to run. But stillness is not punishment. It is preparation. In this waiting, I am strengthening your faith. I am breaking your dependence on outcomes and anchoring you deeper in me. Let go of the rush. Let go of the fear that time is running out. I hold time, and I hold you. And when the moment comes, you will see that I was never late, only perfectly on time. So wait, child, not with worry, but with worship, because while you wait, I work. My precious child, I know it seems quiet, too quiet, like nothing's moving, nothing's shifting, and nothing is changing. But I need you to know this. Just because you don't see my hand doesn't mean it's not moving. In fact, my greatest works often begin behind the scenes, in silence, in stillness, in sacred spaces where no one is looking. You've been asking me to act, and you think I haven't answered. But what if my answer is already unfolding, just in ways you didn't expect? You've been waiting for me to shake the earth, but I've been softening hearts. You've been praying for a breakthrough, but I've been preparing your soul to hold the blessing. You want an open door, but I've been building a foundation strong enough to last. I don't just change situations. I change people. I change you. That's why I don't always move in the ways you imagined, because I'm not limited by what's visible. I work in the roots, not just the fruit. I repair what's unseen, so the scene can stand strong. Let go of the timeline. Let go of the expectation that my ways must match your understanding. My plan is wiser. My hand is steadier. And my love is deeper than you've ever dared to believe. So no, I am not still. I am strategic, intentional, tender, and everything I'm doing right now, in silence, in mystery, in ways you don't yet comprehend, is working for your good. Trust me, the shift is already happening. My child, you've been carrying the weight of tomorrow on your shoulders. You've played out every possible ending in your mind, trying to avoid disappointment, trying to stay ahead of the unknown. You keep asking, what if this doesn't work? What if I fail again? What if I make the wrong choice? But I want you to hear me now. You are not responsible for the outcome. You are responsible for obedience. Let that truth free you. You don't have to know how everything turns out. You just have to trust me with your next step. I am the one who writes the ending. I am the one who closes doors and opens new ones. I am the one who takes your small act of faith and turns it into something miraculous. You keep trying to see the big picture, but I'm asking you to walk with me, one small step at a time. Don't worry about finishing the race today. Just take the next breath. Make the next decision with peace. Love the next person in front of you. You're not behind. You're not too late. You're exactly where I can meet you. Let go of the need to predict, control, or protect every detail. That burden was never meant for you. Your role is faithfulness. Mine is fulfillment. And child, I never fail in my promises. So release the outcome. Rest your anxious heart. Do what you can and leave the rest with me. Because while you're stressing about how it ends, I've already written a conclusion filled with grace. And I will be with you from the first step to the very last. My child, I've seen you try. You've given everything you had. You've planned, adjusted, prayed, and pushed, waiting for something to finally break through. But here you are, tired, not from lack of faith, but from trying to make things happen in your own strength. And I want to tell you something that may surprise you. Your breakthrough doesn't begin with doing more. It begins with letting go. Not letting go as in giving up, but letting go as in making space. Letting go of needing to fix it. Letting go of thinking it's all on you. Letting go of the illusion that control equals security. The moment you let go is the moment the miraculous can begin. Because miracles are never manufactured. They are received. You can't force what only I can give. You can't schedule what only I can ordain. You can't rush what I am ripening in its season. Your hands have been full with worry, control, timelines, expectations. But full hands can't receive fresh blessings. Open them. Let go. Make room. You will not lose what is meant for you. And you will not miss my hand if your heart is turned toward me. Letting go isn't weakness. It's wisdom. It's trust. It's worship. It's you saying, God, I believe you can do more in one moment than I can in a lifetime of striving. And I will move. I will heal. I will provide. But first, let me, my precious one, you've reached the edge. The strength you once carried has faded. You've tried everything you know, and still you find yourself empty, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And in this weariness, you may think, I must be doing something wrong. Maybe I'm too weak to finish. But listen to me now. When you come to the end of yourself, that is where I begin. Your weakness is not a failure. It's a door, a holy opening for my strength to enter, a sacred surrender that invites me to do what only I can do. I never asked you to be strong all the time. I never expected you to have it all together. I only ever asked for your trust. And trust is clearest when strength is gone, but faith remains. You've done what you can. Now, let me carry you the rest of the way. You don't have to climb this mountain alone. You don't have to heal yourself. You don't have to manufacture the answer. You just have to rest and believe that I am near, closer than ever before. When your hands tremble, mine are steady. When your voice falters, mine sings over you. When your feet stumble, I lift you. Let go the shame of being tired. Let go the guilt of not being enough. You were never meant to be enough without me. I am your strength. I am your source. I am your safe place. And when your last ounce of strength runs out, my power will overflow in its place. My child, you've been trying so hard to make sense of it all. You analyze every moment, every delay, every detour. You've said in your heart, if I could just understand why, I'd feel at peace. But peace isn't found in answers. It's found in me. I didn't ask you to map the journey. I asked you to hold my hand. I know how much you want clarity. But clarity is not your compass. Trust is. You see one piece of the puzzle. I see the whole picture. You see a bend in the road. I see where it leads. You see confusion. I see alignment. You were never meant to figure it all out. You were meant to follow. Not blindly, but confidently. Because I am the one leading you. And I never mislead. You've asked for the full plan. But if I showed you everything now, you'd try to carry it all at once. And it would overwhelm you. So I give you just enough light for today. Not to frustrate you, but to protect you. To keep your heart anchored in daily dependence, not distant speculation. Let go of the pressure to understand. Let go of the need to see what's next. You're not walking alone. You're not stumbling in darkness. You're walking with me, the light, the way, the truth. So take my hand again and trust that even if the road is unfamiliar, my presence makes it home. My child, you've asked me to move, to change the situation, to bring healing, provision, breakthrough. And yes, I've heard every word. I've caught every tear. I've seen the ache in your heart for things to shift. But listen closely now, because this is something holy. I'm not just working on what's around you. I'm working on what's within you. You see external change as the miracle. But sometimes the greater miracle is the transformation inside of you while you pray for things to change. I'm deepening your trust while you wait for the outcome. I'm strengthening your spirit while you long for resolution. I'm shaping your character because I love you too much to simply fix what's temporary and neglect what's eternal. You may not realize it yet, but you're becoming someone stronger, softer, more grounded in grace, more anchored in me. And one day you'll look back and say, that situation didn't just change. I changed. That's why I sometimes slow the process, not to punish you, but to prepare you. Because what I want to give you isn't just an answered prayer. It's a deeper version of you, the one I created and called by name before time began. So don't despise the work I'm doing just because it's happening in the unseen places. Let go of the idea that I'm only moving when things around you shift. Sometimes the greatest move of God is the quiet reshaping of your soul. My child, You've asked me many times, why this? Why now? Why like this? I see the confusion behind your questions. I see the ache in your heart for clarity. I see how hard you're trying to make sense of what feels senseless. But let me speak gently to that overwhelmed place within you. You don't need to understand every part of my plan to trust that it is good. Your mind was never meant to carry every detail. Your heart was never designed to carry every answer. You were meant to carry faith, not the full map. You may only see fragments, but I see the full picture, and not one piece is wasted. Not one detour is meaningless. Not one tear is forgotten. Even what the enemy intended for harm, I will turn for good. You may not feel it now. You may not see it tomorrow. But I promise, nothing surrendered to me will return void. You don't have to trace every thread. To believe the tapestry is beautiful, you don't have to solve the puzzle. To rest in the promise, I know the end from the beginning. And in every twist of the story, I am there, writing, weaving, redeeming. So let go of the pressure to understand. Let go of the fear that you're missing something. You are not forgotten. You are not lost. You are not behind. You are right where I'm working, in the unseen, in the in-between, in the surrender. And in the end, you'll see what I see even now. It was always good, because I was always with you. My child, you've been chasing perfection, trying to get it all right, say the right words, make the right decisions, avoid the wrong steps. You place such heavy expectations on yourself, to hold everything together, to never fall short, to keep smiling even when your soul is tired. But listen to me. I never asked you to be perfect. I asked you to be present. You don't have to impress me. You don't have to earn my love. You don't have to manage the chaos. To deserve peace. Peace is not a reward for performance. It's a gift of my presence, and you have full access to it. Right now, right here, let go of the pressure. Lay down the checklist. Breathe. You don't need to do it all. To be deeply loved, I see you trying so hard. And I also see how hard that trying is on your heart. So come to me, not when everything's done, not when the list is finished. But now, mess and all, you are already enough, because I am already here. You'll never reach peace by striving harder. You'll find it by surrendering sooner. I want to quiet your anxious thoughts. I want to lift the burden you carry alone. I want to remind you that you were not created to be flawless. You were created to be faithful. Let go of being the savior. You already have one, and he is holding you now. Step into my peace. It's not fragile. It's not fleeting. It's eternal. And it's yours. My precious child, I saw you when your grip loosened. Not because you wanted to let go, but because you were tired, exhausted from the trying, the waiting, the wondering. You whispered, I can't hold on anymore. And in that moment, you thought maybe you had failed me. Maybe your faith wasn't strong enough. Maybe your doubts disqualified you. But hear me now. I didn't let go. I never will. Your hold on me may waver, but my hold on you never does. I don't measure your worth by how tightly you cling. I measure it by how deeply I love. And my love has no end. When you feel yourself slipping, I step closer. When your strength fades, I carry you. When your heart grows weary, mine beats steady with compassion. You may let go of hope for a moment. You may stop praying for a day. You may lose sight of the way forward. But I will never lose sight of you. I hold you, not because you're always strong, but because you're mine. Let go of the guilt that says you've disappointed me. Let go of the shame that whispers you've gone too far. You are still here, and I am still here. And that's enough for me. You don't have to climb back up. Just fall into my arms. They've always been beneath you, always waiting, always open, always strong. Because even when you stop reaching for me, I never stop reaching for you. My beloved child, There are things in your life that feel out of your hands, circumstances you can't change, people you can't fix, outcomes you can't predict. You've tried. Oh, how you've tried. You've prayed. You've planned. You've poured every ounce of energy into holding everything together. But deep down, it's not working. Not because you're weak. Not because you don't care. But because some things were never yours to carry. So I ask you now, gently but firmly, will you place those things into my hands? Will you trust me with what you cannot control? Because what you surrender to me, I surround with peace. Peace not based on changed circumstances, but based on unchanging truth. I am with you. I am for you. I am already at work. You don't have to understand the how. You just need to believe in the who. You don't need to manage the outcome. You just need to rest in my character. Let go of the tug of war with fear. Loosen your grip on what drains your joy. Place it all, every worry, every unknown, every heavy thing, at my feet, and in exchange, I will give you my peace. Not the world's peace, not the fragile calm that vanishes when trouble comes, but a peace that stands firm, even in the storm. That's my promise, not to remove all hardship, but to anchor you in the midst of it. So breathe, lay it down, and let me prove to you once again, I am still the Prince of Peace, and my peace is yours to keep. My child, you've been holding on so tightly to the plan, to the timeline, to the outcome you thought would bring peace. But that grip, it's been costing you more than you realize. It's taken your sleep, your joy, your sense of wonder. You've prayed for blessings, but you're too full of fear to receive them. You've asked for direction, but you're still steering the wheel. And so, with tenderness, I ask you, will you let go? Will you release the reins and open your hands to me? Because only open hands can receive. You see, I have already prepared good things for you. Not maybe, not someday, but now. They are waiting on the other side of surrender. You don't need to earn them. You don't need to figure them out. You simply need to let go of what was never meant to give you security. Let go of the version of the future you built from fear. Let go of the plan you formed in panic. Let go of the pressure to always be right. Let go and step into what I've already made ready. When you surrender, you make space, not just for peace, but for provision, not just for quiet, but for joy, not just for survival, but for overflow. You've tried so hard to force the door open, but I'm the one with the keys. Trust me to unlock it at the right time. And when you do, you'll see that what I had in mind was far better than what you let go of. Release the control and receive the blessing. My precious child, you've carried the silent burden of trying to be enough. Enough for your family. Enough for your calling. Enough for the expectations of the world. You wake up every day, already feeling behind, already feeling like you're not measuring up. And you whisper to yourself, if I just try harder, maybe I'll be enough. But let me lean close and speak a greater truth. You were never meant to be enough on your own. That was never your job. I am the source. I am the strength. I am the sufficiency. And I don't ask you to bring perfection. I ask you to bring presence. Your heart, your trust, your yes. When you try to be everything for everyone, you end up empty. But when you realize that I am everything, you find rest. You don't have to do more to be loved. You don't have to prove yourself to be chosen. You don't have to meet every need to be called faithful. You are already mine, and that is enough. Let go of the striving. Let go of the self-pressure. Let go of the belief that your worth is tied to your output. I'm not waiting for a polished version of you. I delight in you as you are right now. So breathe, rest, and let me be the God who fills your gaps, carries your load, and completes what you cannot. You are not falling short. You are falling into grace. And in my grace, you will always find more than enough. My child, I know, I know there are moments when you feel nothing, no sign, no answer, no whisper. You come to me in prayer, but the silence feels deafening. You search your heart for peace, but all you find is emptiness, and you begin to wonder, have I done something wrong? Has God left me? Why don't I feel anything anymore? But listen closely, because this may be the truth your heart has been aching to hear. I am still here, still working, still loving, still moving, even when you don't feel it. Your feelings are not the measure of my faithfulness. My love for you does not fluctuate with your emotions. I'm not more present on your good days, and less present on your quiet ones. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. Steady, constant, unshakable. The silence is an absence. It's depth. It's the sacred space where roots grow deeper. Then you realize you may not feel the shift, but the shift is happening. You may not sense the breakthrough, but it's on its way. You don't have to chase after emotions. You don't have to force connection. You just have to remain. Remain in faith. Remain in trust. Remain in me, because in the silence, I am still sowing, still aligning, still preparing. And one day soon, you will look back on this quiet season and realize that's when I was doing my deepest work. My beloved child, you often pray, God, change my situation. And yes, I hear you. I see the desire in your heart for peace, for resolution, for breakthrough. But today, I want to shift your focus gently. Because while I care deeply about what surrounds you, I care even more about what is forming within you. You see the mountain in front of you, and you ask me to move it. But I see the strength I am growing in your soul as you climb. You see the storm, but I see the faith being refined in the winds. You see the delay, but I see the roots going deeper, anchoring you in me. I'm not just working on the outside. I'm working on the inside. Because when I shape your heart, everything else begins to shift from that place. I'm teaching you to trust beyond logic, to hope beyond circumstances, to love without condition, to walk by faith, not by sight. You've prayed for me to change the world around you, but sometimes the greater miracle is the world I'm changing within you. The healing you need may not begin in your body, but in your beliefs. The provision you long for may not start in your bank account, but in your perspective. The freedom you desire may not come from the absence of problems, but from the presence of peace within your spirit. So let go of the demand for external proof and embrace the truth that internal transformation is the evidence of my hand at work. Because in every trial, every waiting room, every silent night, I am shaping you into someone who reflects my glory more and more each day. My child, I know you've been looking for signs. A crack of light, a small shift, any evidence that something is finally changing. But so far, it's been quiet, still, unmoved, and you've started to wonder, am I on the right path? Is God even doing anything? Why can't I see what's next? Let me speak straight to your soul. Just because you don't see the road doesn't mean I'm not preparing it. I am the God who works in silence. The God who parts seas at midnight. The God who sends manna before the morning sun. And right now, I'm going ahead of you, clearing the way. You don't see it, because my work is often underground before it rises. You don't hear it, because I move quietly when I'm laying deep foundations. You don't feel it, because what I'm building is bigger than emotions can measure. Let go of the need for visible proof. Trust me beyond what your eyes can track. I am not still. I am strategic, and I always finish what I start. The closed doors, the waiting, the silence, they are not signs of abandonment. They are signs of precision, because what I'm preparing for you requires more than a quick answer. It requires a clear path, with no obstacle left behind. So hold on, not to control, but to confidence. Walk forward, even if you don't see where the next step lands. Because while you wait in faith, I'm already walking ahead, making a way where there was none. My child, I see what you're hoping for. You've prayed for just enough strength to get through, just enough light to see the next step, just enough provision to make it another day. And while I honor every prayer you whisper, I want you to know something deeper. I'm not a God of just enough. I'm the God of exceedingly more. You've been asking for relief, but I'm planning restoration. You've been praying for survival, but I'm preparing overflow. You've been hoping for a door to open, but I'm constructing a new path entirely. Let go of the belief that you have to settle for less. Just because life has been hard, I'm not finished with your story. And what's ahead is far greater than what's behind. You've limited me to the size of your expectation, but I'm limitless. I don't just meet needs, I surpass them. I don't just answer prayers, I multiply blessings. When you let go of trying to control every outcome, you open your life to divine surprises and holy acceleration. I know what you've lost. I know what was taken. I know what didn't work out. But I also know what I'm about to pour into your life and will leave you in awe. So don't cling to the minimum. Prepare for the miraculous. Lift your eyes higher. Stretch your faith wider. Because what I'm doing in your life won't just be enough. It will be more than you ever imagined. My beloved child, you've reached the end of yourself. And that is not your failure. It is your beginning. Because when you finally let go, you finally let me move without limits. You were not created to carry every weight. You were created to walk with me. And now, in this moment of surrender, I ask you, will you trust me fully? Will you stop holding back and fall into the safety of my will? I will not let you fall. I will not let your hope be wasted. I will not abandon the work I've begun in you. There is a new path ahead, not because you forced it, not because you fought for it, but because you trusted me enough to release control. Child, I go before you. I walk beside you, and I hold your future in the palm of my hands. Let go of yesterday. Let go of the fear of tomorrow. Let go of who the world told you to be, and step into who I created you to become. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not too far behind. You are right on time for what I'm about to unfold. So open your hands, lift your eyes, take a breath, and step forward. You've let go. Now let me lead, and watch the beautiful work I will complete. In you, through you, and around you. I love you. I always have, and I always will. Now come, walk with me.